Hey guys, it's Jonathan back with another weekly reflection, and I'm a pre-med sophomore at Middle Tennessee State University, currently taking organic chemistry, genetics, and physics. Currently doing well in all my classes, just killing the academic side of my life right now, and I feel very blessed for that. I feel very grateful that I have a high processing power, and that I can be really good at balancing a lot of things. And the academic side right now is going great. It's not consuming too much of my time. I'm still swimming, still journaling every day, and trying to come up with ideas for this YouTube channel, as well as trying to be more social as well. And my quote of the week this week is that without change, it is impossible and inefficient to grow. A lot of people are afraid to change or make a change because they're afraid of the loss that comes with change. And it is true. You lose something when you change. You lose the past version of yourself. That's something that you always retain, but you'll never truly be the past version of yourself because you're just learning and becoming a new version of yourself. But with that change brings a box of surprises. And depending on how you look at those surprises, it can be scary or it can be just it's like a birthday. It's like you have surprises coming and you're looking forward to it, but you don't know what it is. That's what I look like. That's how I look at it when I look at change. Like when I'm changing to become a better person, to develop an area of my life, I really look forward to it like it's a birthday, like a box of pleasant surprises. And this week I've been reminded of that self belief just governs everything. It really, that's where everything starts. That's where success starts. Self belief. If you don't believe in what you're doing, if you don't believe in your why, it's gonna be really hard to get to the end. It's gonna be really hard to just power through. So I don't really like the term just fake it till you make it, or the phrase fake it till you make it. But if we rephrase that into act it until you be it, it sounds a lot more pleasant. And it also makes sense, right? You're never going to be great at something, but you can start acting on it and start making improvements until you just become that best version that you imagined. And recently in my journaling, I've been asking how I've been showing up, how I've been the best version of myself. Like, am I being on top of all my assignments? Am I sleeping well? Am I managing my time well? Am I recovering well? Like stretching out, massage getting out for swimming, and just generally making good improvements towards my health, like making my own food, making chicken and rice, staying on top of my calories, everything. And I just kind of reflect on that for about 5 minutes of my journaling, just making sure that I showed up the best that day. And if I didn't, what improvements I can make and bring that right into the next day. And one thing I was introduced to this week over a podcast was that during change, people go through 4 stages. The first stage is panic, the second stage is adaptation, and the third stage is the new normal, and the fourth stage is that never go back moment. So, the first stage, going through panic, I mean, anytime you're going through a change, there's gonna be a panic slash nervous butterflies in your stomach feeling, and it'll be kind of uncomfortable. It's just because you haven't done it before. I mean, you're gonna get uncomfortable in something that you haven't done before, and then you'll slowly adapt to it. You might not necessarily be the most comfortable in it, but it will kind of grow on you, and then it becomes your new normal. It becomes your new routine, and then you'll you'll never want to go back to your past self, and that's really how it changes. But but you want to move through that panic stage really fast. Like some people, when they're changing, they stay in that panic stage for a super super long time, and it's just getting over that initial barrier of, why am I doing this? Getting over that initial barrier of, like, oh my god, this is so uncomfortable. And then understanding that it's going to make you better, and then keep on doing it until it becomes that new normal. So really the the idea of this week was really building on being comfortable with change for me today. And I also learned that, or kind of started to understand more, that I think in order to be successful, you always have to be overworked to some degree. Because I've learned that college is all about becoming a better person and growing as a person, expanding outwards as a person. But college is often associated with the academic side. I'm taking organic chemistry, genetics, physics right now, all very rigorous classes. However, the point of where I'm at in college right now, part of it is to do good in those classes, but the main part is just developing myself into a better person. So the real goal isn't to do great in those classes or to be perfect in those classes. I mean, I definitely still need to get the A and have a high GPA because I do want to get into med school. But I should really put forward more effort into growing outside, because really the basis here, my base right here, is just laying that good foundation of academics and having a good GPA to get into med school. But if that's the only thing I'm focusing on, I keep that base. But if I try to expand outwards, like exercising, with swimming, going to different competitions, experiencing different things, meeting new people, becoming more social, I start to build my pyramid more instead of just staying at this base right here. So anytime you feel a little bit overworked, just know that investing in your future is never a bad thing. And sometimes the things we do outside of the main thing that we might identify with is really what makes us successful and makes us blossom into a bigger and better person. And accountability is always a key to excellence. If you don't show up, if you aren't always accountable and consistent, the results aren't always going to come. And that's all I had for this weekly reflection. Thank you guys for tuning in, and have a nice rest of your week. And I hope that you ask yourself how you showed up every day and reflect on that for at least 5 minutes a day. Thank you for watching.